forward at this time. We have a special video for you that will pump you up, that will inspire you to get strong like Hans and Franz. So come on, let's go.
Bring it forward, bring all the food, bring all the coins. Come up this way. We need some helpers to help with the balls and to do the ball drop. We need some adult helpers up here. Who's going to help, or some youth helpers? Somebody to help out. There you go.
We need some collectors in the pool, the ball pool, to collect all the balls so we can refill the jars.
And look at our third brother.
Look at us.
It's Franz, it's Hans, and Big Dude. And Big Dude is Big Dude on the screen.
This is
He's strong.
A video of our family. This is a video of our family.
Yes. Yes. He pushes big tires. I push Hot Wheel tires.
They're struggling. Back there.
3 men almost in a row here.
Look at that.
24 years since the Brit stood on top of the podium at World's Strongest Man, but this guy, Eddie Hall from Stoke, probably stands a better chance than anybody. See how he gets on in one of his favourite events here, Danny.
Enough weight on his shoulders without this.
I don't think Eddie Hall really thinks about the past. He's got a feeling of destiny in his future. He said many times he's going to win this contest. Now there's double figures. This is unbelievable.
Over 30 seconds to go. He's already at 12. Incredible at these static events. 14.
How far can he go?
15 reps for Britain's Eddie Hall, just one of the greatest. That is actually the highest amount of reps on this bar in history.
Eddie Hall, I've never seen him beaten in this event. In fact, I've never seen
Lots of mission stuff. Lots of food for those who need the food.
Power is his legs, he barely uses
They
them.
serve lunches with these food.
His arms are like legs.
They serve 300 lunches a week with this food.
Really has.
300 for people who are hungry. That's a way to have extreme love for your neighbor.
This is having a little rest as well. He'll probably be looking for 11 or 12. Ooh!
The money goes towards buying diapers and wipes for babies. Yes, for babies, to help babies with diapers and wipes and to help their mothers. It's very helpful. That's the...
One more, Eddie.
And that's that.
It's City's Women's Clinic.
The Beast has done it.
What's that?
There's the steam train effect.
Mid-City's Women's Clinic. They do good job with women, helping with the babies.
Quite as low as Kielowski, and he's got this
I was
going
talking to a
well,
little girl. She said she used to be a baby. I used to be a baby. I was a big baby.
That honor is to winning the Viking Crest. He's really charging
My
well
brother
now.
still thinks I'm a big baby.
Indeed. Kielowski, that would be an extraordinary thing.
It's going to be very close. 5 seconds to do it. 5 meters to go.
Hans was a little baby.
He hasn't done it.
Little baby. Look
Little
at our
baby.
big brother pull the airplane. Pull the airplane.
Pull the airplane. We are all children of God.
2.5 kilos.
Nicely done.
Goodness me.
We are also children of God. Ready? Here we go.
Jump to 460. Here we go.
He can lift. He can lift lots of weight.
Before.
I do the same thing. Watch. Here we go. Ready? I do the same thing.
Well, he's got under 10 seconds here to put it out of doubt. If he slams this on, you're right, he will be the world's strongest man.
I do the same thing.
Eddie the Beast Hall is the world's strongest man. The first Brit in 20 years.
Thank you so much. Let me see this. That
Good
is
job,
really
Leo.
What is in there?
Good job, Wesley.
It's dog. Yes, food for the doggies. I can lift the moon. I can lift the moon and look. It's already up there. See, I already did it.
I'm pumped up, Franz. Are you pumped up?
I'm pumped up.
I'm pumped up.
And you know why? Because we're here to pump.
You are.
There you go. Lots of mission work. Look at all these children
Starts
helping
crucial.
with
Who's gonna get
missions,
down and get the first
loving
Big tire. You can
extreme
move a big
love.
tire.
And all of them got a grip.
It's so
Tricky
wonderful.
debate. You see that Beyonce, he's reaching
Don't
around.
forget, you
Hopefully
must
the
have
tire
extreme
stops
belief,
bouncing.
extreme
In
courage,
the lead at the moment.
extreme love.
Surprising, she's the
You must
tallest
have
man here. He's got the
extreme
longest way to go down.
peace. Today we talk about extreme worship.
3 men almost in a row here.
Look at that.
But you know what? All right, let's go, let's
24
go.
years.
We're almost there. You guys are amazing.
Okay, here we go.
But this guy, Eddie Hall from Stoke,
Thank you all for
does a better
helping.
chance than anybody.
Your gifts are going
how
to
he gets
provide
on in
lunches
Thank you
for
all
so
for
many
helping.
people.
Good job.
Going to help so
Weight on his
many.
shoulders without this.
Many, many, many.
I don't think Eddie Hall really thinks about the past.
All right, we're
Got a
almost there.
Feeling of destiny in his future.
And so you know,
Said many times he's going to win this contest.
Extreme
Now there's
Fed
double
VBS.
figures.
on the
This is
video it's
unbelievable.
extreme muscle
Over 30
power.
seconds to go. He's already at 12.
But you don't need to have extreme muscles like Franz or Hans.
14.
You don't need to have lots of money. You don't need to have lots of things. You don't need to be good looking like me. You don't need to have any of that. You just need to love God. And God can do anything. Because God is a great big God.
I would say Extreme Faith VBS, we've had an extreme start to our Friday morning, but it has not been extreme enough. Do you see something, Franz? I see something. Do you see
Well,
something?
hold on one second.
Do you see
Let's
something,
give a
Franz?
hand for everybody who gave missions. Yay!
Franz.
Everybody who gave missions. Missions. Yes. Okay, so extreme. Extreme. When are we going to do extreme this morning, Hans?
Franz, I see something in the sanctuary. I have a lasso rope over there.
A
We need to
lasso
get
rope.
the lasso
We need the
rope
rope
over there.
I need the rope. I'll get
I
the
see
rope.
something.
On.
I
I'll
see
get the
something.
rope. I get the rope. Okay, I got the rope.
Extreme Fed VBS. Some people herd cats.
Herd cats.
Some people herd sheep.
Herd sheep. I heard a
But
sheep.
Hans and Franz, we heard dinosaurs.
Dinosaur.
Let's go, Hans. Let's go, Franz. Let's go together.
Here come dinosaur. We
He's
extreme.
right here. We've got the herd, the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Some of you heard dogs.
Franz,
They may
this
be
is
called
serious.
Rex, but we heard dinosaur Rex. Here
All
comes a
right.
dinosaur.
He's scared of the muscles of Hans
I'm not
and
scared of
Franz.
dinosaur. I'm not
We
scared of
got him.
dinosaur. I got the dinosaur. I have the dinosaur.
him.
I got him. Let's
Okay.
get him. Oh, this is
Okay.
easy. Dinosaurs
Okay.
are easy.
Okay. Okay.
Dinosaurs are easy.
All right.
No
Settle
problem.
down, big guy. Settle down, big guy. Settle down.
Okay, we got dinosaur.
See, look at this.
We're not
Hans and
scared of
Franz,
dinosaur.
This is extreme.
We
no?
extreme.
It's extreme.
Dinosaur extreme.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
See, he's like a tame little kitten.
Yes.
This Tyrannosaurus
Yeah.
Rex.
Extreme courage! Ah!
Get down, Franz. Get down. Get down. Okay. Okay, stay away from the dinosaurs. Stay away. That's
Oh.
a little too extreme.
Oh.
That's a little too extreme. All right.
Too extreme.
Okay. You
Too
go.
extreme.
You go sleep now.
Oh.
You go sleep. You go sleep, T-Rex. You go sleep.
Ah.
You go sleep.
Hey, I think. All I can say is this. I can say this.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
I'm
I'm not scared.
extremely,
I'm okay. I'm not
extremely glad dinosaurs are extinct.
Yes. But let's give our dinosaur friend a round
Thank
of
you.
applause.
Thank you, dinosaur. Thank you, dinosaur.
All right. Okay.
And you know,
that was terrifying.
sometimes we extreme means all kinds of things. So extreme, we did extreme belief. Did I get it right? Did I get it right? Did I
Belief,
say it
he's
right?
learning.
I said it right.
Franz is learning. It's belief. Yes.
Extreme belief comes
Yes.
from our heart. And then we have extreme courage. Extreme courage.
Extreme
that means that it comes from our mouth because we tell people about Jesus, right? So we have our heart, we have our mouth. Extreme love, we love somebody.
Yes.
So we use our hands to bring things and to help people. So we have our heart, and we have our mouth, and we have our hands. And then we have extreme peace. Extreme peace. That's our mind.
Peace.
Our mind can be at peace in God. So we have our
peace.
I like this. Hold on to Jesus. Everything else is okay.
Yes.
Extreme peace. So we have our heart. We have our mouth. We have our hands. We have our mind. I think what we're talking about is all our body.
That's it.
All our body. So today is extreme
worship.
Let's say that together. Extreme
worship.
And we think extreme worship just means that we sing, but I think extreme worship can mean everything. Our whole bodies.
Whole bodies.
Whole body. We could do extreme push-ups.
Extreme push-ups. High knees.
We could do extreme backflips. No, not me. We could do extreme jumping jacks. We can do extreme hand raising. We can do extreme bowing. We can do extreme worship. I like that.
Sing loud.
Sing
we
loud.
We don't have to act like we're asleep when we worship. We can sing loud. We can use our whole bodies. You saw the strong men, our brothers, the world's strongest men. They use their whole body. They get all their muscles strong. In worship, we use our whole bodies.
We use our whole bodies.
Our hearts and our minds and our whole bodies to give God glory, to worship God who is above us and inside us and all around us.
And we can use our whole bodies. We need to start having leg days so we get our bodies, our legs stronger too.
We got to work on our legs.
I know.
Yes.
But you can worship Him. In fact, I think there's a song we can sing.
Yes.
And it's whether it's upbeat or whether it's quiet, we can worship Him with our whole bodies. Now, I think, Hans, that if we worship God like this, quiet, or talking to our neighbor, or on the phone, I don't think that's extreme.
No, not extreme.
How do we do extreme?
That's not extreme worship. We stand up.
We stand up?
Let's stand up.
We stand up to do extreme worship.
Are you ready to extreme worship? Here we go. It takes extreme belief in Jesus to follow Him and go where He leads us. That's extreme.
What?
That's extreme.
It takes extreme courage to tell that I've been saved from my sin, like the woman at the well. That's extreme.
I know.
That's extreme.
Oh, come on.
With God's power working in us, we can do
much, much more than we can dream of.
It takes faith as small as a mustard seed. Then we can move mountains, and that's
extreme.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It takes extreme love to love my neighbor. Yes, it does. As myself, and show him favor. That's extreme.
That's extreme.
It takes extreme peace, not to worry, oh yeah, and to pray in all things when life gets hurried. That's extreme. Oh, yeah. With God's power, with God's power, we can do that we can dream of. It takes faith as small as a mustard seed. Then we can move mountains. Yeah, be extreme.
We go. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, let's try one more time. Good morning. Good morning. All right, that's a little bit more enthusiastic. All right, I got quite a story to tell you today, so I better get started. We're talking about extreme worship, and I've got to tell you, I was at the most extreme worship service ever. I don't care how great a worship service you ever go to. I don't care what incredible musician is leading it. This was the best. This one was the best. But in order to tell you about it, I kind of got to set it up a little bit. I got to backtrack and tell you a little bit more about Jesus and what happened. We'd been following Jesus for several years, and he started talking about his death. He kept saying, okay, now I'm going to die, and this is going to happen. Of course, we didn't want to hear that. Jesus is supposed to be the king. He's the Messiah. He's going to sit on the throne. He's going to throw out the Romans. It's all going to be great. We're going to be his right-hand man. Yeah, and that's what's supposed to happen. But turns out Jesus was right. That's not what happened. You see, there were some people that didn't like Jesus. Yeah, believe it or not, because he exposed their corruption and their thirst for power. He threatened their power. And of all the people, it was mostly the religious leaders of the time. Jesus' way of getting to God and the way he talked about God was just so different than what they were doing. They were in it for their own pockets. Jesus was in it because of who he was. And so, one night, we were in a garden praying. I'm lying to you because I wasn't praying. I fell asleep. It was late at night. We had had a big meal. Jesus said, pray with me. Come on, guys, I want you to pray with me. Okay, we'll pray with you. And all of us. It wasn't just me, but I'm not excusing that. I fell asleep. The next thing I know, Jesus is waking me up. Hey, Peter, get up, they're here. I'm like, what? What's going on? And one of our buddies, one of our own buddies, his name was Judas, had shown up with a bunch of soldiers, and they arrested Jesus. We freaked out. We had no idea what to do. So we ran. We panicked. Remember I told you yesterday we were talking about extreme courage or extreme peace? Yeah, well, I didn't have either of those at that moment. So we ran. They took Jesus in the middle of the night when nobody was around and put him on trial. In the middle of the night, not in a courtroom, but they took him to the high priest's house. And they're having this fake trial. Well, I snuck in. As they were leading Jesus away, I at least found the courage to follow. And I snuck in, trying to find out what was going on. And there was a little girl. Need to find a little girl. Where are all the girls this morning? There's a little girl. you come here? Can you help me? There was a little girl, maybe no bigger than this. What's your name, sweetheart? Luna. A little girl came up to me and she said, "Hey, I know you." Can you say that?
Hey, I know you.
You're one of Jesus' men. You say you're one of Jesus' men? No? Okay, that's fine. I'll say it. You're one of Jesus' men. And I said, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I said, "Oh, no. I don't even know that man." I lied to the little girl. And I denied Jesus. Thank you, good job. And then a couple of more people came up and said, No. You were with Jesus. I saw you with him. I said, "No, I don't even know the man." There was one guy, we didn't run away at first. I actually had a sword. And so when they first came, I pulled out my sword and I chopped off a guy's ear. And Jesus picked it up and put it back on, which was kind of freaky. I said, "Don't do that. Those that live by the sword will die by the sword." And so that's when I ran, because I'm freaked out and I'm running. But the guy whose ear I chopped off comes up and said, "No, I saw you with him. You're the guy that chopped off my ear." I'm like, I have never met the man. Jesus had predicted I would do that very thing. And as soon as I did, I saw him looking at me. And I ran and I wept. I didn't even have the courage to tell a little girl I knew Jesus. After the fake trial, they took him, and the next day, they took him out to a hill, and they nailed his hands and his feet to a cross and hung him there. And he died. I wasn't even there. I wouldn't even go and see it. I was hiding. I was hiding. As he was dying, I was hiding. Later on, they took down his body and they put it in a tomb and they sealed the tomb so nobody could get in and come and steal the body. And they put guards there. And I stayed in hiding. I wasn't even with the other disciples. I didn't know what to do. The next day, I don't even remember the next day. That was a Friday when he died. I don't know what happened on Saturday. I don't remember. I don't remember eating. I didn't sleep. I was scared to death. At any moment, the soldiers were going to find me, and I'd be the next one up on that hill. But then Sunday morning, the most extreme thing of all happened. Jesus rose from the dead. Several of the women that were with our group, they went out to the graveyard, and they got there, and the tomb's open, and the guards are gone. And the body's gone, and they're freaking out. What's happened? Did they move the body? Who came and moved the body? And suddenly, who is there but Jesus himself in the flesh? And they recognize him. And he tells Mary, he says, "Go and tell the disciples and Peter to go ahead into Galilee. I will meet them there." Called me out by name because he knew I wasn't with them. Mary comes and she finds me. I had finally caught up with the others and tells us what had happened. We run to the tomb to see what was going on. And sure enough, no stone, no Jesus. We didn't know what to do. We just kind of stayed in the room, not knowing what to believe. And then suddenly, as if by magic, because the doors were locked, somehow Jesus was with us. I just fell on my knees and cried. And he forgave all. And for the next 40 days, he appeared to us. And he talked about the things of God and the things of heaven. and that he was coming to set up a kingdom whose leaders were going to be servants. But first, we were supposed to wait in Jerusalem until we received power. He was going to send the Holy Spirit. And then we would go out into the whole world and tell the whole world about Jesus. That was our mission. And an amazing thing happened as we were talking to him. As we're standing there talking to him, he's taken up in a cloud up into the sky. And we're just like, huh? Staring up into the sky. And suddenly there were two angels. Two angels appear. And we're like, okay. And they say, Men of Galilee, why are you standing there staring up at the sky? This same Jesus that you saw taken away will come again in the same manner. So we're like, well, okay, this is great. This is cool. Jesus is coming back. But what do we do in the meantime? I mean, I didn't have any more courage than when I lied to the little girl. I mean, if you'd failed him the way I had failed him, how would you feel when he looked at you and said, if you love me, feed my sheep. If you love me, take care of my flock. Lead my people. How am I supposed to be a leader when I can't even tell a little girl that I know you? Well, about a week later, we're gathered together in the upper room. We were in a place that was familiar with us, a place that we had been with Jesus before. And there were about 200 of us that time. Men, women, children. And we were all praying, and we were all singing, and we were worshiping together. And it was sweet, sweet worship. As we loved on each other, we talked about the things of God, and we talked about the things Jesus had said, and we sang songs together. And then suddenly, there was the sound of a rushing wind, and things began to blow. And then fire appeared above everybody's head. Just tongues of fire. And all of a sudden, we all started shouting and clapping and worshiping and praising God. And we who had denied Jesus ran into the streets like drunken men, shouting and praising God and telling everybody who was passing by about Jesus and about how wonderful he was. Days earlier, I'd been afraid to tell a little girl, and now I was in the middle of the square preaching. And there were Jews there that day from all over. It was a special holiday called Pentecost. And there were Jews there that day from all over the world. And each one of them heard what we were saying in their own language. I don't know how, don't ask me. Because I didn't think I was speaking any other language but the one I knew. But they're like, wait a minute, you're from Africa. You're from Egypt. They're speaking Egyptian. No. They're speaking Greek. No. They're speaking Aramaic. They were all hearing it. However it happened, they were all hearing it. And they're like, are these guys drunk or what? And finally, I quieted everybody down. And I, the one who had denied Jesus 3 times, because of this extreme worship and this extreme spirit that had come upon me, I stood up and said, no, we ain't drunk. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Too early to be drunk. I said, this is the prophecy of Joel coming true right before your eyes. God's Spirit has come down in this moment of worship and has settled. God has poured out his Spirit on his people. And your old are seeing visions and your young are dreaming dreams. And that day, thousands joined us. Our little church, if you want to call it that, I guess that was the first church of 200. We grew by 2,000 in one day because of that extreme worship service. That's what can happen when you worship God, boys and girls. When you're really focusing on what the Lord is doing in your life, when you are really praising God with a full heart, amazing things can happen. Amazing things can happen. So we're going to sing, and then at the end of the day, we're going to sing some more and have our own worship service, and we're just going to praise God. And as we sing this song that Miss Janice's coming up, what? What a mighty God we serve. I want you to sing it with a full heart. I want you to sing it right to God and get excited about what God is doing for you and what God has already done. Can you do that? All right, let's stand up. Let's sing. Let's get excited for God. So, what a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. What a mighty God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God we serve. Amen.
We need to have extreme worship. I think that was pretty good. Should we do one more time, though? Yeah. Make it extreme. Here we go. Ready?
God we serve. God we serve. Angels bow before him. Heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty God we serve.
We're here to pump you up. Happy birthday, dear Jonathan. We're here to pump you up. Day.